Well, this is a big moment on board Boundless. Here we go. I screwed up. Realized it, of course, after it was on the wall. I forgot to tape it. Okay, so there are no dead shorts. Potentially the windings are starting to break down. A new controller for our refrigerator. 3, 2, 1. Arguably, the most important part of any project is the preparation, and this episode is all about that. I've spent 90% of the time I have before Katy comes home prepping the shower stall for some fresh caulk, so she can take a shower after her long day of travel. Well, once you start a caulking job like this, you surely can't stop until it's finished. And after making a rookie mistake in the middle of it all, I have to take it in stride to get the job done. On top of that, I tackle a project that's been weeks in the making, fixing our fridge. Stay tuned to see how it all goes. Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday. Katy comes home this evening. I didn't caulk last night because I wanted to wait until the morning. It seems like that the mornings trend a little bit less humid here. Right now it's 79% humidity. It was 78% a little while ago. That's the outside humidity. It's actually dropped from 84 to 82% inside. So it does seem like the air is a little bit drier during the day, or at least in the morning time. I got my tube of caulk. I am using a new product, never used this before. Sikaflex 291 LOT, which stands for long open time, which I'm assuming is just more like a slower cure. From doing a lot of reading online, comparing 3M products, it actually performed better in some testing when adhering wood to FRP, fiberglass reinforced plastic, which is what these fiberglass boats are technically built from. It's called FRP or GRP, glass reinforced plastic. I don't know if there's a difference. Anyway, I got everything taped off. I'll show you all one more time. I love clean tape lines. Here. So we're gonna run a couple beads down each side, and then I will tool them. I'm gonna use a gloved hand and a bowl of just water, and you just dip your finger in the water with other products that I've used anyway. It works really well. You dip your finger in the water, and then it doesn't pull. It doesn't actually like stick to the glove as much, so you can get a really nice clean fillet by just dragging your finger. And then I'll take the tape off immediately after I'm done. Not sure where I'm gonna start yet. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm gonna start yet. I've made that decision. So this is a lot of caulking. I hope it all goes well with such a nice tape job. You always hope it turns out as nice as the lines look right now. So, all right. T-minus 12 hours until Katy gets home. All right. Can you see it? Yeah. Here we go. That worked well. It's very easy to squeeze, not too thick. All right, I'm on the clock now, so we're gonna speed things up a bit. Here we go. Time-lapse mode activated. middle of taking the tape off. I made one mistake. It was a pretty bad one, but we will persevere. All right, I screwed up. I don't know how I missed this. Ugh. I forgot to tape that piece of wood. You can see here, I did tape that one. I forgot to tape it. And I realized it, of course, after it was on the wall. I don't even know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. But in this kind of a situation, if you try to mess with the wet stuff, it is just going to get worse. You're just going to smear it around. No big deal. It's my one mistake for the job. It is what it is. I'm just going to let it go. And I ran out of caulk, and I have to caulk this seam here. But thankfully I had enough caulk to do the entire perimeter. All the lines that touch are done. My goal with all of this caulking is to completely fill the cracks that I opened up by removing the old caulking with the angled pick and also the angled piece of wood with my knife. When injecting the caulk, there are two things I'm doing at once. I am squeezing the caulk out at a rate that fills the crack while moving the tip along slow enough to see just a hint of pushback out of the crack. This is an indication that the entire crack has been filled. The game is injecting enough to fill and tool a nice fillet with your finger, but not so much that you are wiping off a ton of caulk in the end. You can always add a bit more. This one I really want to get underneath there, so I'm going to have a lot of waste, but I just want it to really get underneath where I cleaned out in there. I want it to like really fill that whole crack. Some time has passed, and with a light touch and a folded paper towel and acetone, I'm trying to clean up my mistake. This particular piece of trim is partly hidden by the bench seat, so you can hardly tell. Plus, it's good to make mistakes. It builds character. Alright, those will get cut off once they dry. Probably tomorrow or something. That was a job. I still have to do this inside corner here and reapply that trim. I think I'm gonna do that now, actually. It looks so good. Tape is my friend. I will clean up this little bit after it hardens. That'll be no issue, just to clean up off of there. All the way up. Yeah, this will all clean up real easy. Just scrape it off with a knife as soon as it hardens. It's just an edge, that outside corner. For some reason I got a little bit of bubbling out. I don't know why, but that's okay. Job well done, and I was able to clean this up. Well, this is a big moment on board Boundless. This is a new controller for our refrigerator. Eventually, Katy and I want to put new refrigeration units in the boat and also re-insulate the fridge boxes. We are not in a place in the world that it is feasible to do that with the costs of shipping and the costs of shipping. So this should fix our alder barber issue. Basically what would happen, the refrigerator would run and it would randomly, after shutting off, so the thermostat is satisfied and then the unit shuts off because it doesn't need to cool anymore, then the next time that the thermostat closes, it just wouldn't start. The control would make this beeping sound, which from some online research is actually a failure to start beep. Now there's not a diagnostic LED or anything on the controller. This is a very, very old alder barber unit. So you would turn the breaker off and then turn it back on and it would start. So something in the controller needs reset sometimes, like there's some sort of a code and it goes into a lockout, and it's not the fault of the compressor or the system at large. Coastal Climate Control, actually Frigoboat, is the only people who manufacture controls for this particular old unit. Alright, so here I am taking the wiring harness plug off of the side of the compressor and unwiring the controller itself. This is the old controller. Here you can see that I have my negative lead, the black lead on my multimeter, on an area of bare metal. I scratched off some paint on the compressor housing itself. And I have my red lead on one of the 4 pins coming out of the side of the compressor. These pins are what I just pried the wiring harness off of. Okay, so there are no dead shorts because we tested all the pins to the compressor housing, to the body. We did not get any resistance or ringing. The next thing we're going to do is test the resistance. We should not have over 5 ohms for any of the pins. So here we go. 0.4, 4.0, 3.9, and 0.4. So we are good. And now this compressor was just on, and so it's hot. It's still warm. So the resistance could be higher at the moment because it was just on. This isn't like it was sitting for a while. And so the fact that it is at like operating temperature, it's pretty hot to the touch, and we were still below 5 means that this compressor is a good candidate to spend the money for a replacement control board on, because there are no signs of it falling apart on the inside. From that, and then also some voltage drop testing from the 12-volt power supply coming to the unit from the breaker here, I am not anywhere near the voltage drop on startup that would cause a failure to start or any other issues in the system. Our lithium batteries, they stay up above 13 volts most of the time, and the lowest I saw the voltage pulled down was actually, I think, 12.8 volts. And the voltage that the control will not work at is 10.5 volts. And we are nowhere near that. And also, just to be safe, I upsized the main feed wire, sub-feeder wire, to this panel down here because there are 2 refrigerators on this sub-panel, on this electrical sub-panel down here. I upsized that just in case if something were, if they were both to cycle on at the same time, or if some other scenario were to happen that, that I didn't test for. Absolutely no chance that we are even close to what the rating is for the new 4-gauge sub-feeder wire to the panel. Alright, double check, thermostat, fan, battery negative, battery positive. And we have the 15 amp breaker in there, and the plug is on the compressor. Alright, well, the only thing to do is flip that switch over there. You guys watch. I'll go do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, that's what we like to hear. there you have it. I hope we have finally some really good reliability out of the system. I think we will. I think I'm pretty spot on with my diagnosis.
It's a problem, man.
Oh boy.
Mucho problema.
Thank you.
Okay, my friend. Okay.
Okay, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, my friend.
Have a safe drive back, okay?
He's gonna sleep here.
Oh, you're sleeping here. Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
She's back. Big breakfast, cause look who's home. She had a long day of travel.
Yeah.
But she's back.
here.
She's here. All right, little bum's back. Proud of you.
Proud of
You
you.
had a big week, huh? You finally met your work family. How do you feel about that?
Anxious.
Oh, you feel anxious?
Yeah, I have anxiety right now.
Aw,
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It was so great to see everyone, but I think Parker and I talk about it a lot, that just having imposter syndrome.
Aw,
It's stinky.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
It's okay. I'm gonna eat now.
Okay. Look at these meals. Pepper, onion, garlic,
Thanks.
and eggs, and a couple of tortillas. Turn on the other lights, little bum. There we go. Shower activated. First time showering since, what? About a month?
Yeah, it's my first shower in a month. Is because you put the shower drain on a switch? So
Oh, yeah.
you have to-
Forget which one it is. I didn't label it yet. Oh, I did label it. Shower drain.
I scrub my face with this Mad Hippie Jelly Cleanser.
There we go.
It's like an oil cleanser. So in case there's people out there interested in skincare, an oil-based cleanser you put on as like oil, and then you get your hands a little wet, and then you scrub your face, and it comes off like, that's called jelly to milk cleanser. But then it doesn't strip your face of all the good oils, and especially when we're like in salt water and stuff. Maybe I'll do a skincare routine for sailors.
There you go.
All my low maintenance, high maintenance girlies out there.
Did you just stick that hair to the wall? Katie is showering, and I'm going to go and look underneath the bilge, the shower pan, and see if what was leaking is not now. But here we go. This hose goes up to the drain in the pan of the shower stall, and I did notice while I was in here that one of these hose clamps looks like it has come off completely, and all of them are rusty, so I'm definitely going to be changing those soon. So it looks like we don't have any water dripping down here, so that's cool. I would say that's a success.
It was good. I was saying there's something so comforting about showering in your own shower.
So
I really like that shower.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
Just happens to be on our sailboat. How cool.
Just so happens. And next on my list, I used a microdermabrasion exfoliation. I only use that like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple times a week I use this AHA exfoliating peel. It's a leave-on peel.
Cool.
And I only do that a couple times a week. I'll show the microdermabrasion. Comes with this cute little scoop, but I use this cream at night. It's the Triple C. Usually it's just a face wash and some moisturizer, but every once a week or so I do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a widow's peak? I've never had one before.
Let me see.
Right here.
Let me
Is that a
see.
widow's peak? Or is that just my baby bangs?